No, we don't want the camera looking down at us. We look weak.
We don't look weak.
Huh?
No.
No.
Show your tattoos.
Strong.
Was that?
Look at my tattoos. See them through my jacket. Or should I get ha 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 ha?
Okay. How do you normally start these? You've done them before, right?
Yeah.
So
this is like 12, 14,
okay.
15.
But how do you
done?
intro? Like, what's your intro? Do you say, or you just start talking?
Kind of start like this. So the beginning makes us look stupid.
Okay. Everyone starts somewhere. Okay.
You gotta start with a comedy.
Okay.
Okay.
What's the name of your YouTube?
Cinefacts. Welcome back to Cinefacts. That looks good. Looks good. You look good. You look fit.
Oh, thank you. Stop. Focus.
So, this is Tirrell.
Hi.
Tirrell, why are you here? Oh, well, you're my friend. But why else are you
I guess
here?
that slipped his mind. Okay. So we obviously here for the movie review, Birds of Prey.
We just watched it.
Yes.
Like 20 minutes ago.
Yep. So it's fresh on our minds. So take it away.
So we just saw Birds of Prey, Margot Robbie's newest DC movie, reprising her role of Harley Quinn from the movie Suicide Squad. Except I don't ever want to watch Suicide Squad again. What were your first thoughts of this movie?
Overall, I thought it was the cinematography was very well shot. I thought it was a very beautiful movie overall. The color and everything else was very good. The pacing of the story was a little bit much. Her narrating was kind of very distracting. I guess they were trying to go for like a Deadpool type movie.
They were trying to go funny with it.
Which, Harley Quinn is pretty entertaining and funny at times, especially in the comics and the animated series and things like that.
I just think it was a little too forced in this movie.
They overdid it a little bit because it was times where I just, okay, wow, all right. They kept doing flashbacks after flashbacks, and she just kept talking a whole lot, which narrating normally, that's just, that's what's supposed to happen. But I think they did it a little bit too much. I really think they were really trying to go for kind of like a Deadpool type.
The problems with the movie were not the casting or the acting. Some of the most enjoyable parts were the acting, and I would say the fight scenes were actually really good. I believe, and I'm going to leave this in if I'm correct, that they got the guy who did John Wick to also do the fight scenes for this movie.
Okay.
Which is probably why they were good, because they had a lot of stunts, which I thought were really good. But the what do you call it? The like freeze frame to flashback happened at least 7 times in the movie.
7? I didn't count. I
didn't count, but I mean,
I just thought it was
like
at times it was inappropriate for her just to go back after we were already trying to get invested in the story. So when she went back, especially for Mary Elizabeth, her character, the Huntress, that was kind of like right in the middle. And like we were already getting into it. It was starting to, things were building up, and her having some mystery about her was very good. They could have just, they could have just pretty much told her story, or at least told who she was when the police officer, the detective, played by Rosie Perez, Montoya. They could have at least had her maybe like, oh, you're such and such. You're, from that family or whatever. They could have did something like that. But
they didn't. And they showed that flashback multiple times. Like they showed the flashback.
I think they did at least 3 times.
I
think
they
did 3
why
times.
do they keep showing the same thing over and over again? And they showed her as a little girl with the drawing a couple times. I was
actually,
like,
they did that 3 times.
I was like, why?
I believe. Don't hold me to that. I believe it was like 3 times when they showed her drawing and angry and stuff like that. No, but this is no spoilers, correct?
No, you can spoil. The movie's been out for a while.
Ian McGregor, I thought he did a really good job as Black Mask, but just the way that he went out, I just thought maybe they would leave him for maybe Batman later, but they just decided to say, let's just do a Deadpool and excuse my language. They screwed him over a little bit because honestly, he could have reprised his role later. Maybe they will do some type of Batman movie where it's in the past or whatever before Harley Quinn leaves Joker.
They say Harley Quinn comes back and she's like, but this was 2 years ago.
Yeah. Dude, I don't think that's
No,
not,
no.
That won't ever work.
No, that'd be so dumb. I like when she was like in the middle, like there's her regular Harley Quinn mannerisms, but then sometimes she'll like break and turn to the psychologist again and like analyze people. She'll do that mid-scene. That was pretty cool.
That's always to her benefit. That's why she was always so good at reading people and manipulating people. I mean, just like the Joker, because even though he doesn't have a doctrine in that, he does it all the time.
I'm glad he wasn't in the movie.
Actually, I wasn't. I really thought that they probably should have put at least something, maybe a laugh or something. They didn't have to use Jared Leto anymore. They didn't. Yeah. They could have just had someone looking in the mirror, just smiling or something. You know, maybe one of his goons or something saying, "Hey, Harley, she's really making a mess of things," or whatever, and he just start laughing.
Like one of his goons hands him the necklace.
Yeah.
And then they don't even have to show his face.
Yeah. They don't have to show his face. But she really did hold this movie together. All the women did. I am a fan of pretty much all of them. Even how you pronounce her name again?
Which one? Journey.
Journey. Okay, Journey Smollett. Okay, she did a really good job. I wasn't expecting her to play, because I didn't know she was going to play
Black Canary.
Black Canary, but she did a very good job with it. I thought that they should have been doing she should have been doing her powers the whole time. Just she probably should have had maybe a reason why she didn't want to go all out. You know, have it. They really didn't have that. I guess she just didn't want to be like her mother. I guess, and you know, because her mother died a tragic death. Spoiler, obviously. But she's not even in the movie. They only reference her a couple times.
Yeah, there's a flashback there in the show.
Yeah, that's one that they didn't show. They could have used that one, maybe. You know, since they want to do so many flashbacks, they could have did flashback for her. I feel like she most definitely deserved that. Who else? Zaz. Chris.
No, I don't know.
See, I can't pronounce his last name. But he did a very good job as Zaz. I thought the creepiness was very good. The sadistic side was very good. He is a psychopath. He can't really function in normal settings. He always has this tick about him to want to hurt or cut someone, take a victim. And I thought they did a really good job. They toned it down a bit, obviously, because he had to be Black Mask's goon. I mean, even going back to
he was scarier and a cooler character and a better villain than Black Mask was in the movie.
Actually,
He's Black Mask the entire time. The Black Mask the whole time was
I like Ian though. I like him, man. You know, he's Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I can't wait for his series. Sorry, but
we'll do that one too.
Yeah, he was a little more sadistic, but Black Mask wasn't supposed to be more sadistic. He's supposed to be the mob in a sense, the head guy, the boss of all crime. They could have. But this is not the Joker's movie. I was going to say that maybe they could have tied him into the Joker, maybe their history a little bit, and that can tie in also with Harley. Yeah. But they didn't really go that route.
They were just kind of like he hates him.
Yeah. Yeah. Like he wouldn't mess with them because he knows the consequences of dealing with the Joker and Harley. But now that they were broken up, this movie is pretty much all about her pretty much, I guess, emotionally and like mentally getting over the Joker. So like in a way her... I guess her redemption or just her story of making a comeback, being her own girl, and which I thought they told it pretty good. I think they rushed it a bit. She should have probably had a very good monologue at the end when he was telling her, you know, you're nothing without the Joker, you're nothing without men like me, and the misogynistic stuff. I didn't even really have much of an issue with it. I don't think they really put it all like really big of this is girl power type deal. It's a little bit, but it wasn't really much of a problem. Not like, well, actually, Miss Marvel, I didn't have a problem with that. A lot of people didn't like Captain Marvel, but I liked it. But maybe I have a crush on Brie Larson, maybe that. But
one thing that I just thought about right now is that the movie is called Birds of Prey, and they're not the birds of prey until the end.
No.
And Harley Quinn isn't in the birds.
Well, there's movies that are like that, to where like they only get together towards the end.
Yeah, but she
like the Avengers in a way.
Harley
like
Quinn isn't in it.
But they teased it. Journey.
Black Canary.
Yeah, obviously her playing Black Canary, Rosie Perez. She's awesome. She's always been beautiful to me. I really did like what they did with her.
I like when she put on the old Harley Quinn.
Yeah, Elizabeth
outfit.
Weinstein. I thought she did really good too.
Winstead.
I'm sorry.
Winstead.
Winstead. Correction. Edit that out. So yeah, I thought they really did a good job overall. The actresses was really good. The Ella J. Basco, I think she really did a really good job too. The young girl that was, I guess, in a sense, the kid from Deadpool 2. I guess she was the young kid she's trying to save from a life of hatred and things like that. Mm-hmm. Which she still did a Harley Quinn thing. Just kind of how like Deadpool did his own thing, breaking that bond or that sense of trust that they developed, and just to be back to their toxic selves again. And obviously, at the end, realizing how wrong they were or whatever, and saving that said child. Scale from 1 to 10, I probably would give it 6 or 7. It was very well shot.
Mm-hmm.
The pacing was pretty good.
They did that hyena dirty though.
Oh man, okay, if you're gonna do a movie and you're gonna, because Harley Quinn with her hyenas, that's her thing. That's her stick. Yeah, that's her thing, and that's what makes her even more intimidating because she has 2, but they only put 1, which is fine. I get it. The CGI probably cost a hell of a lot, but I'm sure the whole production cost a hell of a lot. So I know obviously this movie's gonna make money. So probably in the next one, give her 2. Have her have a thing, like even like do like a little Injustice type. Reference or whatever, where she just like calls for the dogs. They start chewing someone up, and she just comes out of nowhere, bam! And they're with her bat or her mallet, whichever one.
Yeah, they only had the hyena at the beginning and the end,
the exact
and I was
end.
just like, what?
I thought, okay, when they tried to do the little fake out, the hyena dying, I'm like, okay, I knew the hyena wasn't dead because I'm like, why did you even introduce it?
CGI budget died.
Yeah, I'm sure, maybe. Or they just wanted an excuse just to be like, well, we don't know where to fit him in, even though there's plenty of opportunities to fit him in. But that's fine.
Just think of the big fight at the end, hyena alongside her. That'd been so cool.
Yeah, or like the hyena just comes out of nowhere, people really wouldn't like that. Like, okay.
Whatever, it was ridiculous. The whole movie was so ridiculous. I don't think one more thing would have done it. The whole rollerblading thing.
Ridiculous to a certain extent, but it's a Harley Quinn movie. It's supposed to be more chaotic and things.
Yeah.
Certain things you don't really need to try to make sense of things, but then you do because if it draws you out of the movie and you're like, what the fuck? Then obviously there's a discussion to be made about that.
For me, there's always a couple times when.
But it only happened a couple times. A lot of people wouldn't agree with me about the Justice League movie. Now the whole CGI thing with Henry Cavill.
Oh,
that was bad.
But
I overall enjoyed it because I thought it was going to be that next step in the right direction. Obviously it failed to make the money that they needed to keep doing them. I hope that he does keep the role. Yeah, reprise his role as Superman. No homo aside, the dude's a gorgeous man, all right? And
Have you seen him in The Witcher?
Honestly, I didn't even watch The Witcher. I never even liked the video game.
He's even more jacked in that than he is in Superman.
Okay, well, all right. so yeah.
He's got a nice butt.
Okay.
He's a good-looking man.
So what's your verdict? 1 out of 10. Like, what number would you give it?
I'd say 6.5.
6.5.
Which is looking at it through a perspective of fun movies. I normally don't like superhero movies. I don't keep that a secret. I do not watch most superhero movies. Wow. I did see Suicide Squad. I gave up after probably around the second Avengers movie on most superhero movies.
I can't. I did not know
They hurt me.
How did they hurt you?
They hurt me. They were so bad. I'm definitely going to have Tirrell back on here because we're going to be seeing more movies. And you'll be seeing his face because he is an actor. So He will be
Yes.
our model / actor / whenever I need to
Whenever you need
record
to.
a
Oh,
video.
I'm like, where you going with that? Edit that out.
Whenever I need somebody to shoot, to film, Tirrell's going to be there. So, thank you for watching. Subscribe so you can see more of that.
I don't know what that means. I'm going to ignore that.
Don't ignore that.
Yeah, I'm going to ignore
Thank you for watching. Subscribe. Thanks for coming, Tirrell.
Yeah, no problem.
You're great.
I like this, though. I think we should do some more.
Definitely.
Cool. Okay.
Yep.
So what's your outro?
That was it.
That was your outro.